All right, good morning. My camera is a little crooked, or maybe it's just me being a little crooked. Um, so let's get into Bible study here. And I just got off the phone with my brother. We were talking about this passage, and I just thought I'd share it with you too. So this is in Matthew 25, starting in verse 31, and this is Jesus tells about the final judgment. It says, "When the Son of Man comes into his glory, and all the angels with him, he will sit on the throne in heavenly glory. All the nations will be gathered before him, and he will separate the people from one another as a shepherd separates the sheep from the goats. He will put the sheep on his right and the goats on his left. Then the king will say to those on his right, 'Come, you who are blessed by my Father, take your inheritance, the kingdom prepared for you since the creation of the world. For I was hungry, and you gave me something to eat. I was thirsty, and you gave me something to drink. I was a stranger, and you invited me in. I needed clothes, and you clothed me. I was sick, and you looked after me. I was in prison, and you came to visit.' Then the righteous will answer him, 'Lord, when did we see you hungry or feed you, or thirsty and give you something to drink? When did we see you a stranger and invite you in, or needing clothes and clothe you? When did we see you sick or in prison and go and visit you?' The king, Jesus, will reply, 'I tell you the truth. Whatever you did for one of the least of these brothers of mine, you did for me.'" Uh, so, as I was talking with my brother, we were talking about this passage because there are a couple different thoughts patterns about salvation and whether or not salvation is a free gift or not a free gift, or you have to work for your salvation or whatever. And what what I was talking to him about was that if I said I was a thief but never stole anything, am I a thief? If I said I was a murderer and never murdered anybody, am I a murderer? If I say I'm a Christian and I don't do anything that a Christian should do, am I a Christian? So we can accept the free gift of what Jesus did on the cross. That is free. We can accept that gift. But as most of you know, I play guitar. Let's see if I can put this down. So let's say you gave me this guitar as a free gift, and I did absolutely nothing with it. I didn't learn how to play it. It sat in its stand, or it sat on the wall, and basically became art. Am I a guitarist? Am I a guitar player? If I take the free gift that was given to me and I don't do anything with it, am I what I say I am? If I tell people, "Yeah, I'm a guitar player, I'm a great guitar player," and they come over to my house and they see the guitar and they're like, "All right, play me something," and I'm like, I've never played it. Am I a guitar player? So I've accepted the free gift, but I did nothing with it. And I think that's what Jesus is kind of saying here in this passage. Um, I've given you a free gift. What are you going to do with it now? How are you going to use that free gift? And to be honest, this gets dire because it says in the next section here, it says, then he will say to those on his left, this is the goats, "Depart from me, you who are cursed, into the eternal fire, prepared for the devil and his angels. For I was hungry, and you gave me nothing to eat. I was thirsty, and you gave me nothing to drink. I was a stranger, and you did not invite me in. I needed clothes, and you did not feed me. I was sick and in prison, and you did not look after me. They also will answer, Lord, when did we see you hungry or thirsty or a stranger or needing clothes or sick or in prison and did not help you? He will reply, I tell you the truth, whatever you did not do for the least of these, you did not do for me. Then they will go away to eternal punishment for the righteous but the righteous to eternal life. So if you read this, again, these are the words of Jesus. He's telling us that, and in the book of James, he brings this out too. You can have faith. You can accept the free gift of salvation. But if you aren't doing anything with it, if the salvation that you have in your heart isn't spurring you on to do nice things, to be a servant, to be like Christ, are you really saved? Or have you really been changed? There's another passage where it's talking about, I think it's kind of three kinds of faith, and it's or three kinds of people being witnessed to, and one is the sower spreads the seed and it's on dry soil and then the wind just blows it away. Another one, the soil is, I think it's not very thick, and as soon as the first storm comes, the seeds get washed away. And then the third version is that the soil is deep and it's watered and it's nurtured, and the seeds that are put there grow into something. And I think that's an example of what's going on here is there are people that accept the free gift, but it gets washed away too easy. It gets blown away in the wind. It gets washed away when the first trouble comes into our hearts, comes into our lives. We turn our backs on God. I'm not going to say that somebody who accepts the free gift of salvation is not saved, but I do definitely say that Jesus in this passage, and again, this is Matthew 25, starting in verse 31, he's definitely saying that taking care of the least of these is super important to him. And I'd be willing to say that if you're a person of faith and you don't do anything for anyone but yourself, you might end on the bad side of this. So anyway, I hope that you don't. I hope that you are encouraged, and I hope that you feel that you know, that what God has put in you should be shared and should be given to others, and that you want to bless. And I have to be truthful. Sometimes I don't want to I don't want to give. Sometimes I want to be selfish. Sometimes, especially with my time. Time is the hardest part to give, I think. But I think it's something that we all need to work on, and I hope you do. All right. Take care. God bless. Bye.